Conversation. We think I'm always ready to touch a little, kiss a little, all night long. You wanna hear me say it? I know I kept you waiting just a little, all night long. If I was your boyfriend, I'd be giving you all my time. If I was your boyfriend, I'd be giving you all my time. If I was your boyfriend, I'd be giving you all my time. Not just a little, just a little. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? I don't wanna play no games. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? If you want it, let me know. We can make this official. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? I don't wanna play no games. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? If you want it, let me know. We can make this official. Tired of this conversation. We think I'm always ready to touch a little, kiss a little, all night long. You wanna hear me say it? I know I kept you waiting just a little, all night long. Can't stop till you're lying right here next to me. I should stop. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? I don't wanna play no games. If you want it, let me know. 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 We can make this official. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? I don't wanna play no games. This is more than just a feel. Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? If you want it, let me know. We can make this official. Me know, why you ever, why you ever, why you ever? Me know, why you ever wanna be my girlfriend? Baby, would you ever want to be my girlfriend? If you want it, let me know. We can make this official.
There's a voice in the back of my head, second guessing everything that I've said. I've been feeling kinda strange lately. I think I lost myself completely. Never count on me. Never count on me. Guessing everything that I've said, everything that I've said. I've been feeling kinda strange lately. I think I was myself completely. Never count on me.
Yo, 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 yo. Let me double check that everything's coming through. Seems like you guys should be able to hear me. Hello, hello. Hey, Sisyphus, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Ooh, let me quickly hide that. That's not... You guys never saw that. Let me get the coffee counter up and running as well, because that is definitely not accurate. How are you guys doing today? It is Friday, which means it's time for some feedback action. Let's see. Let's bring that coffee counter down. I'm at number 1 today. I haven't been drinking too much caffeine, and that was very much on purpose. I just finished up a hot yoga class, and I didn't lose consciousness, which is great. Great news for me. I survived, and it was actually quite fun. I enjoyed it. It's my second time doing it with masks on. Wubber, love the remix, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I am just going to get a few things ready here for Le Feedback.
Yo, we got a new subscriber.
Feedback Fridays.
I have a song for you today, Martin.
Amazing. That's what I like to hear. Joe Schmo, thank you for the sub. Let's see. Resources. Where do I put these links? Twitch streaming, music feedback raffle. Perfect. So we got the raffle here. Wait. Channel name Twitch. No, I'm pretty sure it's Haywyre. It's the end of the week, which is wild. I hope you guys enjoyed the remix that came out yesterday for Charlie Puth. Or shit, I need to remember to say his name properly. It's Puth.
Hey everyone.
It's me, True Blue. What's up? Thank you for the sub. So we are going to make the keyword. What are we going to make the keyword? Let's make we'll make it hot yoga. So if you want to enter the raffle, if you've got some music you want to share, if you want some feedback, if you want people to just hear it, or if you want me to jam over it, or any of the above, you can type !hot yoga into the chat room, and that'll automatically enter you into the raffle. And then in a few minutes, I'll randomly select some people. Subscribers do get a little bit of extra luck, but I don't think there's usually that many people that get left out in these streams. I don't think there are enough people that tune in anyways for a lot of people to kind of be left out. So I think that's actually a good thing, realistically. But yeah. You guys doing all right out there? I saw Charlie Puth re-uploaded a remix. Was that coordinated? The issue was they accidentally uploaded an old version of the remix, so they had to take it down and re-upload it.
Love the remixes, Nudelmann.
Hey, thank you, Popcorn. Much appreciated. Semi-existent.
On the new remix, dude. Some more panorama gems in the future. Maybe. Possibly. Doppelpunkt.
Yeah. Has been a little bit since I've released any panorama stuff. Okay, so let me just do a couple of things real quick. Just gonna get rid of these Pro Cs to get rid of some latency, and then we're gonna start scrolling through some of these tracks. Let's do this. So, winner number 1, Valdemar. What is up, my friend? If you have a link, preferably like a private SoundCloud link. Holy shit. Is that louder than it normally is? Clip links is totally fine. Hey, thank you so much, Psychedeliscope. Much appreciated. How are things going for you? I see you've been staying creative during the quarantine, I noticed. I see your Instagram posts pretty regularly. Dual Decibel, thank you so much.
Im Beatboxing and playing a hand drum while watching. Hashtag virtual jam sesh.
Nice. That's a hell of a combo right there. Okay, so this is let me zoom in here a little bit for y'all. So this is Valdemar music. Also, before we start this, aside from getting my APC fixed so I can do jam sessions again, I had this thought of investing in a green screen, and I wonder, maybe I'd have to get 2 green screens at an angle, because I've got, obviously I've got this camera facing me right here, and then I've got this side view camera. So if I just had one flat behind me, I don't think it would cover the side angle very nicely. So I was thinking of maybe getting 2 that would, be at a 90-degree angle, and they would kind of meet right behind me, so it'd be like a V shape. I thought that'd be kind of cool if I'd start doing that, because I feel like it's not very pleasing to see all that stuff here in the background, and I don't think you guys really care about being able to see my books and my bed and my lights and stuff. None of that's very important, and I actually do have some decent lighting hanging around. I know it hasn't really been the best since I moved into my apartment. I don't really have that much room in here, but I have been playing around with that. If any of you guys have recommendations or know about what resources to look at, what companies or brands to look at for green screen stuff, I'd be more than happy to check that out. I think that'd be really cool. Might make the streams a little more interesting. But yeah, okay, so this is the first submission for today. Again, if you guys want to participate in the raffle, today's raffle keyword is !hot yoga. And yeah, this is by Valdemar. Music, lay here for a while.
take you to safe harbor. Rest your weary head, take a chance, come to bed and feel the pain just melt away. Wipe your tears away, let me hold you in the dark so you can hear me say, I would take you to the stars if it would heal your broken heart. And I will hold you till the end to heal your heart. See strong, you're the world to me, let's just let it roll.
Okay, so I think we get the gist of the track. It's a cool tune. I think the arrangement works nicely. I like your sound selection, the instrumentation. Your mix is pretty solid. I think there are some subtle details that would be helpful to fix. I noticed. I feel like there's some low mids and some low end in the kick that could be nice to be scooped out. I would maybe try just if you haven't done this already, maybe pay a little bit closer attention to the just the low pass master and see if you can kind of get rid of some of those bumps. I think the snare, I'm not a huge fan of the transient for the snare. I get the idea. It's like a, you know, there's a lot of like retro 80s flavor and sound design happening here. So yeah, I get that. I do think that it'd be nice if the transient was a little bit cleaner and tighter. It sounds a little bit messy. But yeah, I mean, it could be part of the throwback sound design quality, I suppose. And I think the biggest thing I noticed was actually with the vocals. So let's pop back to that real quick. So I have a couple of ideas here. First of all, similar to how I was saying, like isolating the low end of your master, I think it'd be really helpful for you to isolate the high end of your master too, because you might find that the vocals do not nearly have obviously, like, vocals don't need to be super active in the high end, but I think it would be nice if there was a little bit more noise from the vocals in the high end that's coming through in the mix too. It sounds a little bit muffled compared to everything else. And another thing I was going to say is that I think just a little bit of saturation would go a long way as well. And maybe most importantly, I would recommend just a little bit of if you are using some pitch correction currently, I don't think it's very noticeable. If you're not, or you don't want to, totally cool. But I think it's kind of like the name of the game, more or less. The standard for, I guess, the quality of recorded music at this point. It's like you're not really going to hear much music out there that doesn't have some level of pitch correction. So, recorded versus live, people don't expect you to sing every note perfectly live. But when it comes to a recorded piece of music, yeah, there is a little bit of a standard that involves kind of like being super accurate, and I see no issue whatsoever with doing a little bit of pitch correction here and there, or doing multiple takes and stuff like that. I do think you could benefit a little bit from that. So I use N-Series. I had a little bit of autotune on it. Gotcha. Yeah, I think you could get away with introducing a little bit more of that. And let me listen to it again.
Rest your weary head, take a chance, come to bed and feel the pain just now.
Yeah, in general, the vocals are actually like a little bit, they're pretty far back in the mix. So it's getting, maybe it's not just about the high end like I was talking about, although I do think that they're a little bit muffled compared to everything else. It would be kind of nice if they just popped through in the mix a little bit more. So I think you could certainly just do a whole lot of processing. I've noticed from some of the best like vocal chains that I've seen from other people, it actually comes down to a lot of stages of EQing, saturation, multiband compression, occasionally some embellishments like like reverb and delay and that kind of stuff. But there's usually like multiple stages, and actually super important too is like stuff like de-essers and noise reduction, that kind of stuff. There is a plugin my buddy who does a ton of vocal tracking told me about the other day that sounded really cool. I forgot what it's called, but I'll have to get back to you guys on that, because he showed it to me, and essentially what it does is let's say you're recording in a non-ideal environment. And, where I am right now, for example, like not a professional studio, it's not treated. And, I think it's pretty safe to say most musicians record in an environment like that. A lot of people, you might have like a little vocal booth, or, you might put your blanket over your head and try to record like that, which is totally cool. But if there's too much background noise, then to get a super clean take, then essentially the software will analyze the background noise. So let's say like my AC is on or something, and I record a good take, then it'll kind of if you give it just if you go to the recording and you go to a section where it's just the AC running, it'll kind of like roughly analyze spectrally what's going on there, and then it'll omit that from your vocal take, and it seemed pretty impressive, honestly. So and you can obviously decide to what degree it omits that, but it might be worth looking into that. But yeah, so I think like definitely the vocals could be a little bit more forward. Depends on obviously your personal preference, but I think they're getting a little bit drowned out here, and it does seem like your intention is after you've got this kind of exposition of the hook here, like there's a great melody. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. So you got that great little hook there, and then it goes straight into this vocal part. And obviously things are scaling back a little bit. You hear the drums and like percussion, and then it's kind of like just that and the vocals and some subtle like background stuff like chords and such. So I do think it sounds like your intention is for those vocals to be a big part of the song there. So yeah, other than that, I don't have anything to say. I think it's a really cool piece of music. And I hope that some of that feedback helps you finish the track. Cool. Let's roll on to the next one. And just a reminder, guys, the keyword is different today than it has been in the past. It's ! Hot yoga. Dual decibel, you did win. Cool. So we are going to be listening to a submission by Console called Purple. You give me a 3-year-old song. I like that clap. Cool. I was a little bit confused about what was going on with the key of the song. I really like the vibe of it, though. Fairly simple, straightforward, nice groove. I think only bit of feedback that I have for it really. Like I kind of feel like, so yeah, so here's what I'm hearing for the chords is a C major 7 and then a G major 7. Interestingly enough, the bass is playing E and B. So in my opinion, it creates kind of like this weird harmonic tension where it's like I don't know, having the C in there makes it really awkward, I think. Like I think it would have been better a better compositional choice to have the bass line follow the chords like that instead of. Although you could have that as like maybe a switch up in the chord progression. Like you could start off with a C, or you could have started off with C and then G, and then go like that. But the C just like conflict a bit with the E and the bass. So you know you could have considered maybe a slightly different voicing or something. But yeah, I think the C is just something that I personally don't like very much, and it implies that the the key the written note is like a C major, so it's just kind of, it feels a little awkward. Other than that, you know, you could have maybe made some subtle improvements on sound design, and yeah, I mean, other than that, I think it's great. It's got a nice little vibe. It's super laid back, and it sounds like a great spa song. I want to get a massage to this. But yeah. Anyways, so let's move on, and thank you for sharing that, my man or woman. Iuniperorum. What is up? I always see your name, and I never know how to say it. Iuniperorum. 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 Is it backwards? Murorepinui. Nope. Doesn't mean anything, I guess. Or it's the world's longest acronym. It was a quick sketch with no mixing and mastering. Here, I'm gonna read this message and score it. It was a quick sketch with no mastering and mixing, but it was a fun exercise. As a person who knows nothing about music theory, I would appreciate some advice on making things sound less repetitive. Like, is there any good tips on making a B section for the song? And or alternative chords? Drums? Or bass patterns? Or bass patterns? Okay. So, let's check it out, and I shall let you know if I can think of anything in terms of B section writing. Sounds like a little bit like Kate Tronada-esque. Interesting chord changes. I'm trying to follow along. So that's E flat minor. And it kind of goes into G major sometimes. E minor there? Okay. So that's a cool bass line, and I think it's a cool sketch. I think so. There are a few things that come to mind. First of all, I think it would be nice if you had fleshed out like essentially an entire piece around a specific kind of loop or phrase. Like I know the bass line is roughly something like that, and then it kind of like bounces around to a few different keys and stuff. I think it goes mostly, from what I can tell, it goes like E flat minor into E minor. Which is cool. I like that. I love that kind of like that half step movement. It's very jazzy. But it'd be nice if there's like a little bit of a structure to the song, right? So, for example, you could start off just with the kick drum and with some chords, just like. Like you could take it a little bit houseier, and arrange it in that way. And then I guess the reveal would be kind of like maybe the bass slap or something, because it's I think it's cool. It's catchy. It adds another like rhythmic layer and texture and stuff. It's nice. But I would definitely try to isolate first if you're trying to make a song out of this and not like a loop or something. Then I would definitely try to isolate just like, you know, what's the main, like, I guess, four measure loop that you're going to be working with, I guess. Like that to me is the catchiest part of the song, of what you've got so far. So yeah, I think like I would keep fleshing it out and maybe reference I mean not the bass line specifically, but I feel like the style where it's I don't know, it feels kind of housey and jazzy too. I would maybe like listen to some K Tornada to gain some inspiration. But yeah, thank you for sharing that, dude. Mucho appreciated. Let's roll to the next one. Hi, is it too late to submit for feedback? No, it is not. You can submit by entering or typing ! hot yoga. And once you type that into the chat, you shall be in the raffle. Tune minus 50 cents if you want a jam. You bastard. How dare you? How dare you do this to me? Somebody told me you can do that in here somewhere. Utility. Where can you do this? System. Master tuning. Okay. How many? Oh, shit. What did I just do? It's normally 440, right? Normally 440, so minus... Is hertz the same as cents? Is a hertz a cent? How far do I have to go down here? Let's see. The unit most commonly used to measure intervals is called a cent. How many hertz is a cent? 1 hertz is 4 cents. Well, that kind of makes things a little bit more interesting, huh? Maybe I'll pass on this one. Maybe I'll pass jamming on this one, but I'm gonna play it anyways. Feel free to share the link. Okay, so this is the next submission. User 388872503498. Oh, you need to send a private link, by the way, if it's private. No worries. Okay. So we got ourselves our next submission by Joe Schmo called Gone.
Thanks for the feedback. Always look forward to your thoughts. As
Hey,
well as chat.
you're very welcome.
Livewre baby cool.
You are most welcome. Yeah, I hope it helps. Love me some soft sine chords. Woo! Nice. I like it. It's a minus 50 cents. Can I do that here? Yeah. Ooh, key change. Nice. Oh. It's cool. I like the key changes a lot. Where are we at now? Speaking of K-Tronada, this feels like maybe something that could be K-Tronada slash Flylo-esque. Flylo being Flying Lotus, in case you guys aren't familiar. Oh, another change. That was super fun. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I think it definitely seems like you've got a bit of your own thing going here. So I don't really want to give too much detailed feedback. Sometimes it's pretty easy to tell exactly what people are going for. Like I obviously hear like Brain Feeder influences here. Like I hear like Thundercat, Flying Lotus. I also hear a little bit of some K-Tronada in here too, just with like that kind of like unquantized 4 to the floor stuff. It's sick. I think it's a little more adventurous compositionally than K-Tronada, and it's not as insane as Flying Lotus's stuff. Like his stuff is definitely like way more texturally bizarre and complex, and sometimes rhythmically too. And yeah, I mean the only other references I can think of are like Thundercat, and he sings on the majority of his music, and yeah, there aren't any vocals on this really. So So yeah, definitely got like a pretty unique style here, I would say. So I don't want to like necessarily give too much feedback, because it, yeah, I may not know exactly what you're going for, but I guess big picture, cool tune. It does feel like it kind of like, to me it felt exciting to listen to because I love all the chord changes and stuff, but it is pretty maybe I don't want to exaggerate by saying monotonous, but it stays kind of like the same throughout, more or less. It'd be nice if there was maybe like some more, I don't mean this compositionally, actually. Like compositionally, there's quite a few like key changes and that kind of stuff happening. I mean this more, and let's say like, the drums are pretty much the same throughout, and the sounds are pretty much the same throughout as well. And the kind of like the ebb and the flow of the track is like, oh, there's like this little intro, and then the whole thing is kind of like this big jam. So maybe that's intentional, totally fine, but something you should be aware of. I love Kate Trinata. Good. You're a god on the keys. Glad you think so. How good does a track have to be to get a follow collab? I'll follow you for that. I think that's a fun tune. Have you released stuff? I'll definitely like, there's a Keitra edit. Nice. I'm glad I was somewhat close with influences, but I totally know what you mean. I appreciate all the feedback. Sick. So I will say, just so you know, like that track could be perfect, for example, as an interlude on an album or something, right? Kind of like a palate cleanser or something. So, but if that's not your intention, then yeah, I would say it's worth kind of re-examining. But thank you for sharing that, man. Freaking cool idea you got there. All right, boys, girls, and cats and dogs and everyone else. I don't know what kind of creatures might be out there watching this right now, but we do have about 15 minutes left, so I'm gonna roll a few more times here, and then that's gonna be it for today. But let's roll it and see who we got next. I'm on a boat. That's a name I've heard before. You're all good. Okay, we got another submission by a monoboat here. This is Visitant Song Draft. The track is all over the place right now since I had to restart the intro. Original didn't vibe that well. I hear a lot of Quan sound influences in this for sure. Ooh, that was a nice little chord you had in there. Oh, it stopped. Okay, cool. So I like it a lot. I can tell it's a draft for some reason. For some reason, I meant to say for some reasons. It definitely sounds it's a bit on the quiet end and such, but I don't think that really matters that much, obviously, when you're working on an idea initially. Some ideas that came to mind are it'd be cool if there were more layers with the guitar, like some synth layers, because that this is a cool moment in the song, I think. Something like that. Wait, hold on. How does it go? Cool. Yeah, I think basically what I would suggest is expanding on what you have. I think everything you have right now is really cool. My recommendation is download tracks in WAV format that are relevant inspirations for this. So if I had to guess, I would probably bust out some. I may listen to a potentially unhealthy large amount of Quan sound. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can tell, but it's definitely your own spin on it. I like it. It's a little more melodic than what a lot of their stuff is. A lot of their stuff is kind of like subtly melodic, but you've got like more or less like a full-fledged melody on top of everything that's going on here. Usually Quan sound, they do more like subtle chord-based stuff and like rhythmic stuff. But anyways, so yeah, I would just say put some wave files from Quan sound that might be like relevant and are similar in style to what you're doing, and maybe pay some attention to specific things like what does the impact of their drums sound like when the track is at its peak, for example, and then do what you can to try to mimic that. And then you could try to do the same with some of your bass sound design, with some of your Foley, like atmospheric stuff, background noises, that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, as you keep building the track out, I hope you keep having fun with it, and obviously aren't just paying attention to how your track sounds in comparison to someone else's. Of course, there's a lot to learn from people like Quan sound and other artists, but yeah, I mean, keep exploring your own flavor. I like a lot of what you got going here. I think the melody and the chord progression are interesting, and the production is pretty cool. It definitely sounds like a draft, but that's why it's labeled song draft. So keep working on it. I like it. I don't really have too much else to say than that. I do want to add some additional guitar melodies for the second half of the intro, as well as a sudden shift to a higher guitar in the drop. I don't think it's a sudden shift in a bad way. I don't think it certainly doesn't sound like abrasive. I think it's a welcome surprise that the guitar pops in there. So don't overthink that necessarily. And plus, like, the fact that there is an octave higher here does draw more attention to it too, which you want, from what I can tell at least. Like, this is obviously, I don't know, like, compositionally, rhythmically, and like, arrangement-wise, this is kind of the height of it, I guess. in terms of ebb and flow. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for sharing that. And let's keep moving. I hope you finish that tune. If you do, let me know. Okay, we got time for I think 1 or 2 more. So let's roll again. It's me, True Blue. What the heck is up? Hope you dig it. Looking to hopefully get a vocal. Cool. So this is our next submission. It's me, True Blue. Clear. Work in progress. I like the edit intro. Reminds me of old Deadmau5 a little bit. Really cool little synth edits happening. Very cool. Okay, awesome. So first of all, I like this quite a bit, actually. I do think you've got the foundations of a cool tune here. You've got a bit of work cut out for yourself, I think, to get to a final version. I honestly, I think you could definitely have vocals on this, but I think it sounds cool without as well. And I quite like the drop that you have in here. I do have some thoughts, but I'll wait until the second half of the song plays through. So especially in these parts, the kind of drop parts where it's like more melodic and the drums are there, the drums are quite a bit louder than everything else. Yeah, all the edits are super fun. I like the chords a lot, actually, like all the cluster chords. The voicings are nice. Especially that fractionated chord, it's cool too. Yeah, so main bits of feedback are your arrangement is great. I think you've got some really cool ideas going here. I think you should own in on the execution. So you could probably download. Damn it, I don't really know Complextro artists very well. Like maybe there's some Virtual Riot stuff that you could. No, I think Virtual Riot is probably too heavy, even though he's got some stuff that's in a similar vein. Man, I wish I knew stuff similar to this to give you ideas for referenced tracks. But largely speaking, I think most of your problems are definitely like in the execution department. So you could benefit a lot from doing I think specifically mixing, executing your mix and your sound design. So like there's a lot of sounds that are just like a little bit too far in the background. The drums are quite a bit louder than everything else. And it's an easy fix, you know. I would just experiment with just individual and grouped compression, multi-band compression as well. Like a lot of the sounds are great, and I think that intro synth actually there, it sounds very mono to me. Actually, it'd be kind of nice. That's another thing to consider is, you know, what elements would you prefer to be stereo versus mono? I could imagine that synth sounding really cool with a big stereo presence, especially because I think it carries over right into here. Yeah. So right here, the drums are way louder than everything else. This is a great opportunity to own in on mix-wise where you want things to sit, like levels. You could also consider... You could even consider having these drums just a little bit further toned back compared to this section here. And here too, you don't have as big of a volume difference issue, but you should still make sure to mess around a lot with various forms of compression. Like if you're using Ableton, you could try to slap OTT in a few things here and there and see how it sounds, but it doesn't have to be up-down multi-band compression. It can just be compression in general. It's gonna go along for you. Go a long way for you here. But this is a really cool tune. I like it quite a bit. Still dialing in the mix, not a master on it yet either. Totally fair enough. So yeah, I think your synth edits are cool. I think you should definitely do more of that kind of stuff. I think that's really unique. All the kind of like little blips and things that are kind of like flying around. I love it. I think those little embellishments are unique. I don't really hear that much, and I don't really hear much complexity in general. So, so yeah, I like this quite a bit. It's got a lot of potential, and yeah, I hope you focus on the kind of like mix and sound design execution side of things, because everything else. Maybe sound design isn't the right word, because again, like your synth sound design here in the intro and stuff is really cool. Your sound selection here is really cool. I guess it's really just the mix and master aspect that needs quite a bit of work, and then you're gonna have a really freaking cool tune on your hands, my man. So yeah, I hope you finish this up, and I hope I get to hear it when it's done. Cool, guys. So that is going to be the end of the stream for today. And I really need to shower. I smell really bad, but the nice thing is that people don't know that because I'm streaming. I'm not actually next to you guys, and that is for the better. Not just because we're in a pandemic, but also because I don't smell very good. I'll write you guys a quick little goodbye song, and then I'm gonna hop in the shower. This is super emotional moment in a movie, you know, like where like a couple realizes they can't be together, and they're remembering all of their moments that they shared. They know they have to let each other go. That's a metaphor for us, guys. I have to let you guys go, and this is our breakup song. I'm breaking up with you, Twitch chat. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I'll be back on Monday with some more streams. Again, if you guys do have some suggestions for green screen related stuff, I'd love to hear them. I know that's super random to expect anyone to know anything about that, but I'm super clueless. I did a little bit of Google searching and didn't actually find much to help me out, but I think that'd be a really fun investment, and that way you guys don't have to see all the nonsense in my background. It might make things look good. No green screen, better cam placement. I mean, what's a better cam placement than, you know, full frontal and side cam? I can't really I mean, would it be better if this was also side cam? Hold on, what would this look like if it was a... Don't judge my closet. Hold on, what would this look like? Maybe I should do double side cam instead of front. It kind of looks better actually with the lighting too. Wow, look at me, huh? Hello. Anyways, we shall see. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back Monday. And yeah, you guys submitted some awesome music today. Thank you guys for sharing that. Lots of cool stuff floating around out there. Hope you guys should all finish everything you shared. I loved all the music. And yeah, take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Drink water. Wear masks. Try to avoid people when you can. And yeah, love you guys. Later.